Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our weekly Oracle and Tarot card reading. And this reading is going to be the week of December the 7th. And I'm going to be using the Sacred Spirit reading cards again because they were so spot on last week. I'm just so drawn to these cards that I'm just feeling that the messages that we need are going to be from this deck. And let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I ask angels, light beings, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. You may use this as a pick a card reading, card 1, 2, or 3, or blended reading for the week with all 3 cards. For the beginning of the week, I'll take a card from the top. Middle of the week, I'm going to take a card from the center. And the end of the week, I'm going to take a card from the bottom. Okay. And let me turn these around. Don't want to be distracted by them as I'm reading the first card. Okay, so first card is Sacred Divinity. And we have this beautiful woman, okay, and she's standing here naked, and there's all these colors and lights around her. And I noticed this bird over here, and this kind of looks like a crow. Not sure what type of bird it is. And this is card number 30 for those of you who follow numerology. But it's a very, very interesting energy to begin the week, or if you've picked card number 1. And embracing your sacred divinity is honoring the divine feminine and masculine that resides within you, because we have both masculine and feminine energies within us. Every person shares the aspect of divinity. These are not stereotypical versions of what it means to be a female or male. The divine feminine incorporates aspects of unconditional love, compassion, and gentleness, but these are also qualities of the divine masculine. Having expanded our intelligence and consciousness, human beings are no longer critical survivalists. We have evolved and adapted as a collective group. With growing intelligence and awareness, human beings, regardless of gender, can achieve these divine qualities. Men are able to embrace their inner gentler qualities, while women are embracing their, masculine qualities, their qualities of strength. So, I mean, truly, we are a blending of both. And connecting to our divine self is to align with the divinity of Source. Divine balance occurs when these dual aspects are in harmony within the body, resulting in a feeling of wholeness. So, I mean, yes, everything in life is about balance. And, balancing both the masculine and feminine energies could be quite a challenge. But once you reach that position, it is a feeling of wholeness. Just like it's sometimes hard to be a soft and strong person at the same time. It takes practice, but it is possible. And, the events in life that we go through, I think kind of tip the scales in one direction or the other. When we've gone through a lot of really hard times in our life, we could decide to be, rigid and cynical and negative and sometimes even toxic, or we can choose to allow whatever that lesson was to show us more love and compassion for a situation, or especially ourselves. I mean, because it's all about self-love. And, currently, distortion of the divine feminine and masculine has occurred within you. And we all go through this. That's why this card is coming up to remind us how important this is. You may be feeling highly analytical or over emotional. And yeah, at this day and age and what's been going on in the world and how things are affecting our personal life and people entering our life and people leaving our life, it's hard not to be emotional or even analytical and overthink things. I mean, the best advice I can give is to just basically go with the flow. That's what I'm doing. You know, there are certain things we have no control over. But now's the time to address this issue as you're weighing down and you know you're kind of like feeling overwhelmed and imbalanced with these energies. You may feel emotionally disconnected from your masculine or feminine side. Like I said, the scale could tip in either direction. Me, I'm feeling more and more of my feminine side, whereas before I used to be more of my masculine side, but lately I'm balancing both of them out. But I've been feeling more of a sense of compassion, and not to sound narcissistic, but a greater sense of self-love for myself, because if you don't love yourself, you cannot give love to other people. You can't give what you don't have. So right now you're being asked to honor the sacred divinity that exists within you. So expressing the divine traits of creativity, expression, gentleness, confidence, and strength is what's required right now of us. Feel the beauty and love that is uniquely you and honor it, because each and every one of you has beauty within yourselves. But you know, we always put other people before ourselves, and we can't do that. We have to give to ourselves. And, you know, like the saying says, you deserve the love you so freely give to others. And I truly believe that. You cannot always be a giver, because too many people in this world are takers. And, you know, give yourself a special gift to remind you of the inner journey and how much you care about your divine self and your well-being. So even though it may be hard on this Monday for you to find time to show yourself the self-care and self-love, and you know, you're so busy, we're all so busy, that's the time when you need it the most. So connecting and creating a strong, you know, sisterhood or brotherhood is fantastic, but you must also remember you radiate with energetic duality. And you know, if you don't have love within yourself, or you're tipping the scales to the masculine side and you're feeling like very defensive, I mean, that's going to show. So we want to try to strike a balance this Monday. And if you find yourself ignoring or judging the side of yourself, ask yourself, what are you hiding from? Identify these qualities without judgment, and work on healing and balancing these two parts of yourself. And it takes work. We're all a work in progress. So don't beat yourself up if you feel like you're leaning towards one way or the other, if you feel like you're constantly being over emotional. We just have to catch ourselves and bring ourselves back into balance. Or if you're more in the masculine, where you're feeling more defensive and more, you know, how could I say, more rigid, try to pull yourself back into the softer side of yourself. And sooner or later, with a lot of practice, and it takes many years to feel this wholeness where both the masculine and feminine have, you know, fully integrated within yourself. I know it's taken me a lot of time to learn to balance both of these, and I'm pretty much there. It's just that certain times you may catch yourself off balance, and that's okay. You know, you just brush yourself off, pick yourself back up, and you start again. And then if you've picked card number 2, or the middle of the week, what a beautiful card. We have this gorgeous light shining down from the heavens, and there's this person standing here with their arms up, like they're feeling these beautiful positive rays of light, and the arms extended like that to me is a sign of welcoming something, you know, welcoming it with open arms. And there's a person down here which we can't really see, but this is card number 12, or if you've picked card number 2, or the middle of the week, it's saying trust the path, and, you know, let go of fear. Accepting that there's a divine plan for every human being. Divine will is the process of our human experience to this unique blueprint. Every culture and religion has a narrative of their creator or personal God and their relationship with the human solar spirit, that an overall plan exists for the outcome of humanity, and each individual is a concept of this belief. And that's so right. Even if your circumstances aren't very good right now in your life, you are exactly where you need to be. I mean, I truly believe that there is a divine plan. It is all in divine order and divine timing. I'm a true believer of that because that has happened so many times in my life. And what I've been going through for the past year and a half, I mean, as painful as it is, I know that it's meant to further me on this spiritual path that I'm on. And the knowledge and the things that I'm going through is what's meant for me to go through so I could fulfill whatever, my life's path is and whatever I am meant to do. And I truly believe in my heart that I'm meant to be a healer because I've gone through so much. And I have come out on the other end, and I could relate to people with compassion like never before. Unless you've gone through these things, how could you possibly relate to other people that are hurting or in need of healing? So all of the pain, all of the lessons were worth it. But when I was going through these things, there's no way anyone could tell me that, you know what, Tracy, this is going to be a blessing in disguise, or you know what, Tracy, this is going to put you on your path to what your life purpose is. And I'd be like, you're insane. This is just bad luck or bad situations or bad people. No, it all adds up. And I really feel that everything that's going on, not just in our personal lives, but in the world as well, is all part of divine will. And while divine will is the concept that there is a divine universal plan for all of us, it still acknowledges that people have free will and the potential to make choices that lead us down this path. In essence, surrendering to divine will allows you to remove self-blocking patterns and tendencies that lead away from your true divine purpose here on earth. So, yes, all of our actions, okay, are determining exactly what's happening in our life. We're responsible for a lot of the things that happen to us. And, when we resist things that are happening to us and not embrace them and learn the lesson from whatever it's trying to teach us, it's going to keep on repeating. So if you keep blocking yourself from learning the lesson or trying to make things happen that are not meant to be, and you're constantly struggling and you're not letting go and let go and let God is one of my favorite sayings, and it's true. When you surrender to the universe and you're doing the right thing and you're acting with integrity and morals, good things will come to you. But if you're backstabbing people, clawing your way to the top, stepping on people, doing whatever you feel is right for you and not caring about other people, it's going to come back to you. I really feel the energy you put out is the energy that you get back. And you need to remove yourself from whatever's blocking you. Is it like maybe negative thoughts in your mind, that I don't have enough education to do this, or I don't have enough money to do that, or I don't have enough charisma to start a YouTube channel? Whatever it is, stop thinking that way. Okay, stop trying to force a door open too. I mean, because whatever's meant to be will be. Whatever's meant to be yours in this lifetime will be yours. It will find a way. But too many times we try to force things to happen that are not meant to be, and we don't have luck with them. Whether we're forcing a relationship or we're forcing something with our career or our job, or forcing something with the family member that's just not meant to be. Okay, when the door isn't opening, it's not your door. And even if you do pry that door open with all your might because you're so hell bent to have whoever or whatever, if it wasn't in your best interest, you're not going to have any luck with it. And I've found this out many times in my life as well. So the overall picture is much bigger than you can see right now. Trust in your unique path and that you're exactly where you need to be right here, right now. Embrace it. Don't resist it. Take the good with the bad. And it's been a really bad year, but you decide what kind of reality you're going to have. Are you going to turn on the news and sink into a pit of despair? Or are you going to go out in nature, take a walk, read a book, have a relaxing bath, meditate, make a delicious meal? I choose to do the latter because I'm not about to give in to all of the sensationalism and all the fear tactics that are going on out there. Yes, I do take things seriously. I don't want people to think that I'm reckless or irresponsible. Definitely not. But I don't allow these things to consume me. So surrendering to the universe and to divine will is removing the internal light of being in control of every possible situation. I mean, we can't control every situation. Some situations we just have to surrender to. And I'm not saying just give up to everything that seems difficult, but use your judgment. Are you putting your time into something that's worthwhile, or are you just spinning your wheels? Are you forcing something that's not meant to be? So there's certain things that, yes, you do have to go after, you do have to pursue. Okay. But then there are other things that you just need to surrender to the universe, or, let go and let God. And when you stop and surrender, you're able to live freely and have a new sense of freedom and letting go. But when you live a life where you feel like you have to control every single situation and things have to work out exactly how you want them, and this has to happen by this time and that has to happen by that time, that's exhausting. When you let go and you allow things to flow to you, your life is going to be so much easier. And everything will always be received in divine timing. Sometimes when we work so hard at achieving a goal or outcome, it could be marred by setback after setback after setback. This does not mean you will not receive success, more that you need to adjust and open to a new approach to receive the outcome or whatever resolution you're desiring. You may need to acknowledge, however, that the door isn't ready yet, or it's physically not meant to be opened. Maybe there's something else that you need to learn before that door opens. And this card is resonating so true with me, and I'm sure it's resonating with a lot of you out there, where you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting to find, that perfect person to spend your life with. You're waiting for your family relationships to improve. You're waiting for a better job or a job. But I'll tell you, everything is unfolding exactly as it is supposed to be. And then card number 3, or the end of the week, we have number 36, and this is third eye vision. It says reclaim your mind. And this is something that we can all work on, because so many of us allow our thoughts to, become reality for us, when actually they're just thoughts. People believe everything that they think to be true, but it's not necessarily that way. The third eye chakra is located along the brow line and its access point between the eyes. Every individual has a third eye, but not all choose to open it. In ancient times and across different cultures, the third eye was an asset. The ancient Egyptians, Greeks, Hindus all view the third eye and pineal gland as a gateway to the heavens, expanding consciousness and higher wisdom. This multi-dimensional door allows individuals to, glimpse at different realms, as well as remote viewing, distant healing, visionary experiences, and energetic practices. Using third eye vision requires careful practice. And there's a lot of things that you could find here on YouTube, how to activate the pineal gland, or books that you can read, or information online that you could read about it. And it takes practice, in order to be able to achieve this vision. So, be patient with yourself if that's something that you want to pursue. Psychic debris, energetic distortions, and imbalanced frequencies can stick to the third eye chakra and to the individual's aura and energy. And so many of us need to clean out our energy field and to clean and clear our aura. And when your third eye is blocked, this can leave you with emotional disturbance, insomnia, nightmares, a negative outlook on life. You're feeling like everyone's against you. So it's possible that maybe a lot that you've been going through has to do with your third eye, and that maybe some chakra clearing is in order for some of you out there. Currently, you might be feeling, forgetful, moody, extremely sensitive to smells, lights, tastes. Things seem harsh to you. Visual stimulation is overpowering. You feel like overwhelmed. Now is the time to reclaim your mind and satisfy your needs first instead of people pleasing. And that leads up to the card I was talking about here, the first one, about caring for yourself. We're just constantly doing for other people, and we're not replenishing ourselves. Right now, feelings of vulnerability will rise to the surface, and we all have this. I mean, who could deny that that's going on? And it could be anything that triggers these vulnerabilities within us. But and I think it's good when feelings rise to the surface, because then it forces us to deal with them. Fear of self-exposure and judgment will influence your current relationships, and sometimes you want to avoid crowds and busy places, and collective mental energy. Those are things that also influence your state of mind. I know when I go out shopping, I come home exhausted. And it's not like I was shopping all day or shopping till you drop. I mean, just a simple trip to a store to pick up something, just a few minutes running in a store, maybe 10, 15 minutes. When I come home, I feel like I have to lay down because I've absorbed all of the energy and all of the people and everything around me. So, it's not just you. A lot of people feel very, very exhausted because there's a lot of exhausting energies out there. And, when you're exhausted like that, you feel like you're in a defensive mindset, and, you're very like quick to react to things. So, this is something to think about, this third eye. Intuitively, don't rush into a third eye experience. Take it slow, and seek a suitable teacher, to avoid spiritual risks. And if you wish to intensify or gain third eye wisdom more regularly, activate and decalcify your pineal gland through visualized meditations. I mean, meditation is great. And if you say you're too busy, okay, this card is for the weekend. Maybe you want to start looking up some information on the third eye. But if you're too busy, that's when you need this the most. So slow down this weekend, meditate. I try to meditate every day for 15 minutes in the morning, and I'm starting to think that maybe I will be doing that in the evening to be able to sleep better. But whatever your schedule allows, make it a priority. Maybe check into this third eye, chakra clearing your energy, clearing your aura. You'll be so happy you did. And it's, Christmas time here in the Northern Hemisphere, and there's a lot of crowds and a lot of noise and a lot of shopping going on and a lot of stimulation on the TV with nonstop ads for you to buy. And it's a time of year where, you really need to find some quiet, peaceful time for yourself. And I make sure I do that every single day because it keeps me balanced and it's time well spent. And all of you out there need to try to do that the best you can. And I know we're all busy, but make yourself a priority. Self-care is so important. Blending your masculine and feminine energies is not going to happen overnight. Mastering your mind and your emotions is not going to happen overnight. It has taken me years to get to the point that I'm at right now and realize that divine will is at play. Everything that's happening right now is in divine order, and there's a reason for it. And things that are not working out for you, surrender it to the universe. Let go, let God. Whatever you believe in, allow things to unfold because you can't control everything. And, check out the third eye and activating your pineal gland. Meditate. Do something to quiet the mind. What a beautiful, beautiful reading. It's intense, but yet very peaceful and gentle. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like it by giving it a thumbs up, share it, and above all, subscribe because I will be back with more.